My name is Rob and I'm the founder of Thunderdome.
He was like, I'm gonna build it, you guys can help me, it's always gonna be free, and it's just, this is your place now. It's mine and yours, and it's safe, and you can just be whatever you want here.
And I want the message of Nerf to expand across the country and the world.
Oh my God.
Gently, gently.
Oh my God.
This is Rob's personal crossbow, which was a Kickstarter reward, so why would Rob's crossbow be here in my workshop?
Jack, say hello to the You're gonna be in one of DRAC's videos! This is my personal crossbow, I want you to have it. DRAC has done some modifications to it. We are both very proud of you, and Thunderdome, Nova Scotia, keep being awesome, your friend Rob.
We are giving it away to the person who it's going to, which is Jack, founder of Thunderdome Nova Scotia. And Rob has already signed one side of the blaster, so all that's left is for me to do all of the internal workings to get this in tip-top shape, and then I'll sign the other side. So this one's for you, Jack. Basic Crossbow Mod Guide, go! So one of the coolest things about the crossbow is how remarkably simple the internals are. Now, I've gone ahead and loosened all these screws, so this should just butterfly open, and I've opened so many crossbows to find the nightmare scenario of, like, just years of caked on dirt and grime that I don't know what to expect from this one. The screws were almost rusted out, but they seem to be in alright shape, so we're gonna open it up and take a look, and the internals actually look to be in remarkably good shape, which is rare for a blaster this old, and the only internal mess that I see here is it looks like we have a couple of like wasp tunnels. Yeah, that's not so bad. So something was living in here, but we can knock all that dirt out, hit it up with a wet wipe, and we should be good to go. So the basic principle for a simple crossbow mod, nothing extreme, no overhauled internals, is to take the already remarkably powerful internals and then redistribute the way that they're channeling force through to a new barrel coming out the front end, which means that you remove this portion of the crossbow to open this up. You completely remove this. You come in here, and this is going to try and fly away, so we're going to do this carefully. So it's actually a really good condition for the gasket here. That's awesome. And then we're going to remove this also entirely. It doesn't want to come off. It's very strange. Normally these come off much easier, so I guess we'll help it along a little bit. Oh, I see. The rubber is... There we go. And so we'll scrap this. We'll probably save this if we ever want to make another thorn. And then come in here and just completely cut off this, open it up, and get it ready to accept a PVC half-inch coupler so that you can use any kind of barrel, not just CPVC on it. So remove this, we'll re-grease this. It looks like the weakest point of the crossbow is actually in very good shape in this case, which is a very rare condition. Normally this is worn down a great deal and ready to break. So we'll reinforce this anyway, and then we'll come in and reinforce the catch, but that should be plenty. I think that this will be really nice. I'm going to go ahead and start doing the internal work as well as this external removal of material, and I'll show you what that looks like when we're close to done. This is just a good exercise, and don't be lazy. So I tried to do my normal reinforcement to this catch mechanism without taking it apart, which is very simple. All you have to do is remove that ring and then just pop everything and slide it off the front of the plunger rod. But I thought that I could do it without taking it apart, so I had to rig with a quick clamp and my hot glue gun a way to not only keep the spring off of it, but also keep it completely level so that it cures properly. Other than that, I came in here and I've added the second ring of 2-part epoxy to the inside of the coupling. I also did a bond here to set it flat against the plunger, and then I came in and did the other side. So it's bonded from 3 different angles, which is necessary for a piece that regularly encounters force. I think that pretty much covers it. I still have yet to come in here and do this removal, but that shouldn't take too terribly long at all. We're over here in my shower actually, and I just want to show you I've cleanly removed this. I do this with a grinding bit and then a buffing wheel, and this is a very, very clean removal of this front portion so that it looks smooth not only from the front end but also from the side. I've signed it in silver enamel, as has Rob, and so this is almost ready to have its internals reinstalled, but since it's going all the way to Nova Scotia, I wanted to give it a good wash before anything. So I'm going to get all of these like insect dirt nests out of the inside, and it should be squeaky clean for its flight. That's really all there is to it. After a full re-grease, this is rock solid. Everything is good to go. The catch has been reinforced. I think that everything is going to work very, very nicely. All that's left is to make some sort of barrel assembly for Jack. I think I'm probably going to make him a speed loader with a PVC into CPVC insert. So I'll show that in the final segment here. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Thunderdome Nova Scotia crossbow. Just a fine piece of lightly modded vintage goodness, signed by Rob of the original Thunderdome on this side, and then signed by myself on this side. I have gone ahead and just done the very light overhauls that we've described, opened up that airflow. Gonna come in here, you can see I've made a quick and dirty single barrel here with the last of my owl duct tape so that it can fire stock darts very, very effectively. It would also be capable of firing Steffens if the jack that this is going to would be so inclined as to start doing any sort of Steffen slinging. But all in all, I think it's a very clean, very nice, very simple set of modifications to make something all the more special for the upcoming Thunderdome Nova Scotia. Nerf on, Jack.
I've been nerfing for a while, but at around about the age of 10 or 11, I bought this blaster, which was awful. It was a Busby blaster. It was useless. It broke about a week after I got it. But when I went to go and buy it, my mom said that I had too many Nerf blasters. And so she made me sign a contract at the age of 10 to say that I wasn't allowed to buy any other Nerf ever again. So I didn't, and then piece by piece I'd sort of worm my way in. Like I'd find something that I needed that I could only get with a blaster, like a Raider drum or whatever, and then I'd be able to get it, and piece by piece I would do it, and that was how I got most of the blasters. So I'd play with the few blasters that I had and the few darts I had. And then I built my one piece of cover stealthily when my mother wasn't noticing. And then I built another one and another one. And then one day she looked out her window and she said, "Jack, what are those massive pieces of wood filling up my driveway?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm building an arena for my friends." And she said, "No, you're not." So we went back and forth for a while, and we decided that I would build cover that I could move to and from my parents so it wouldn't be in the way, because she didn't want us to clutter up our yard. And then one day I was building it, and I sort of decided to lay it out where it is now to see what it would look like. And she didn't seem to complain, so I put more and more pieces there. And I put a tunnel, and I put a box, and I put towers. And then one day I came home from school, and I said, "You know that guy Rob that I was telling you about that built Thunderdome?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, he found out about it, and he wants me to make Thunderdome Nova Scotia with his help." And she said, "Really? Because you don't know this guy." And I said, "I know." And then I said, "But he'd like to talk to you to make sure that it's all okay with him." And she went, "All right, that's fine, I'll talk to him." And then I got my first Thunderdome care package, which was just full of like 20 pairs of eye protection and some money to build cover and stuff. And then I think at that point she sort of accepted that this was going to be my escape from life and my sort of expression of what I wanted to do with my life. So she sort of saw it, and I think when she first saw it, it was like 4 pieces of plywood in a box, and she thought, alright, whatever. And then as it got bigger and bigger, she would come out every once in a while, and she would see the stuff I built, like I got lights and I set up speakers and stuff, and she'd go, "Wow, this is actually pretty big, and you guys are actually having a lot of people show up here." So she thought it sort of accepted it. And then one day I said, "So Mum, am I still not allowed to buy Nerf?" And she said, "I think I lost that war a long time ago." And that was when I knew that I'd officially won, and that I could build it to whatever my mind desired, provided it was in its own little corner.